right, hello guys. Good evening.
Good evening, teacher.
Teacher. All right. How are you doing, guys?
Good evening, teacher.
Okay, let's see. All right, can you see my screen, guys?
Good evening, teacher.
No, teacher.
Hello. Good evening. Okay, probably it's loading. All right. Okay. I'm just gonna wait a little bit. But how was your day, guys? How was your day so far? Was it good? So.
My day is a good, teacher.
Okay, wonderful. Okay. Now, can you see my screen now? Or not yet?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Anyways, in that case, let's just start right away, guys. So today it's September the 27th, right? Believe it or not, September, it's almost gone, right? And October is coming, right? Okay, let's get started, guys. We will continue working on this unit 1. It says job listing, right? What is the objective? Well, at the end of this class, you will be able to talk about benefits that you would or could bring to a company, right? So in this part, I'm going to ask you to describe, right, the things that you consider that you can do to contribute, right, in your company, for example, right? Um, and this is related to like the topics that we studied yesterday, about qualifications, about the talents that you had, about the things that you can and you can't do, right? Um, and some other things, right? This is the agenda for today, right? That's what I have planned. We're gonna have the first activity will be for me to check your homework, right? You might remember that I told you yesterday that because of time, I might not ask everyone to share his or her homework, right? But I will pick some of you, right? I will select some of you, minimum 4, and then we will move forward, right? Because we have lots of things to do today. The activity number 2, it's ways to contribute to my company, right? We will study like some examples on how you can describe the things that you can actually do to contribute, right, or help in your company. And activity number 3, it says describing hometowns, right? Um, Related to the topic that we studied yesterday, right? You may remember that we studied that topic, describing hometowns or places. We will continue with that part, but I will include some additional topics, right, that you can find very useful. And at the end, we will have the wrap up, right? The wrap up, it's just like a summary, right? A review of what we studied in the whole class. Okay, let's start with the first activity. It says homework check. So remember that the idea was for you to describe 2 tourist places from El Salvador using can or can't and adjectives to describe places, right? Um, like beautiful, amazing, crowded, those kind of adjectives that we studied, you can use them to describe those tourist places. Oh, but before I forget it, I forgot to check if everyone is here. Let me check the attendance. Just give me a moment. All right, so let's get started. Diana Carolina Martinez, good evening. Are you here?
Hi, teacher.
All
Present.
right. All right, thank you, Diana. Okay, great. Hazel Carolina, buen día. Good evening. Are you here?
Good evening, present.
All right, thank you, Hazel. Okay. Carlos Ernesto Elias, good evening. I believe that he's not here yet. Okay. Eva Maria Anaya, good evening.
Good evening, teacher.
All right, thank you. All right, and Raquel Mejia Santos, good evening.
Good evening, teacher.
All right, thank you. Diana Sarain is here.
Good evening, teacher.
All right, thank you, Diana. Andres Giovanni Contreras. No, I think that he's not here. Carlos Fernando Castillo is here by any chance? No, he's not here, not yet. Julio Medino, good evening.
Julio Merino, teacher.
Yep,
Present.
yeah, awesome, thank you. Okay, so let's see. All right, and Francisco Lara is here, good evening. No, he's not here. All right, not yet. Darian Stephanie, are you here? Okay, nope. Laura Cortez, good evening. Nope, not here yet. Ernesto Isaí Figueroa,
Present, teacher. Good evening.
good evening. Okay, right on time. Okay. Petronilo Perez Martinez, good evening.
Good evening, teacher. Present.
All right, thank you. Paola Gonzalez, good evening.
Good evening, teacher.
All right, thank you, Paola. Hector Mauricio Acosta, good evening.
Good evening, teacher.
All right, thank you. Precia Noemi Alvarado, good evening. No, she's not here yet. Jason Picado, good evening. No, it's not here. Okay, that's okay. All right, okay, guys, so thank you. Okay, so moving forward, the million question is, do I have a volunteer to start with this activity, you know, for the homework that you had for today? Or should I use a different um tool to select the person? I'm assuming what the answer is, but yeah, I just give that option. All right, nobody. Okay, that's okay. I was expecting that. So if that's the case, remember, right, for this activity, you need to describe just two like tourist places for El Salvador using can or can't, plus the adjectives to describe places. That's pretty much what I need you to do. Maybe you're familiar to this. Okay, I will stop sharing the screen. And I will show you something that I use a lot in my classes. You know,
Teacher,
yeah, tell me.
I have the homework, but I don't, I don't, I think it's a short, but I think it's a, I think you understand what I wrote.
Okay, no problem. I mean,
Okay, I showed you. Okay, and I speak the homework. I told you.
if you want to participate,
Yeah, you see the screen?
yes, I see the screen.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
And
you're gonna start.
welcome delegation from the different countries that visit El Salvador for Miss Universe. Today, I bring you a very nice option to visit in my country. You can visit the Volcanoes Park, a beautiful place where you can climb the highest volcano in the country, Santa Ana Volcano. From there, you will have a beautiful view of the, no, it's of the, it's from, or the beautiful view of the Pacific Ocean, the Salco volcano, and the valleys and Coatepec Lake. Remember, you can't go alone. You must go with a guide for your security. It's only that.
Only that. All right. Okay. Perfect. Thank you very much. Okay. So, that was like one of the places, right? In that case, the Santa Ana volcano. All right.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. Great job. Great job. Thank you very much.
you're
Hector.
welcome.
All right. Any other person? Any other volunteer?
Me, teacher. Julio.
Or all right, Julius, go ahead.
Yeah, my work is similar of Hector.
Oh, okay. That's
Okay.
great.
Okay. We come to my country. You could visit the Loyeto Tourist Center. You can enjoy the meals and swim and the price crystal clear water. You you just can throw garbage in this place. You stand, teacher?
Yeah, I did.
I don't know. Okay. You can also visit our beaches. You can eat fish fries and cool drinks, but you cannot stay longer. That I went permitido, teacher?
Allowed.
Allowed. Okay. Yes, teacher, is all.
All right, that's it. Yep. Okay. All right, perfect. Okay, great job. All right, okay. That sounds
More
very
or less,
interesting.
more or less, teacher, more or less.
Yeah, I mean, don't worry. I mean,
I
the
try, teacher, I try. Yes.
and that's the idea, right? That's the idea that we try. Remember that practice makes perfect, right? The more we practice, the better we become, right? But great job,
Yes,
great job.
step by step, teacher, step by step.
That's right, step by
Step.
step. Great,
Okay.
thank you, Julio. Okay. All right, one more person. Any other volunteer?
Me, teacher,
All right, thank you, Ernesto. Go ahead.
can I share the screen?
Absolutely, go ahead.
Can you see the screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay. El Salvador, known as a land of volcanoes, offers a diverse range of tourist destinations and exciting entertainment activities for travelers to enjoy. Let's explore. Let's explore uh, some of the captivating places to visit and the thrilling activities you can experience of this beautiful country. Santana Volcano. Visit the highest volcano in El Salvador, the Santana Volcano. Hike to the top and witness to stunning panoramic views of the volcanic landscape. The thrilling part, you can even peer into the deep crater and witness it bubbling turquoise green sulfuric lake. Playa El Tunco for beach lovers and surf enthusiasts. Playa El Tunco is a must visit. Catch some epic waves. And then Ruta de las Flores. So I need to answer the phone, teacher.
Okay, no, okay, don't worry. That's okay, but great job, don't worry. Okay. All right, great job, great job. Okay. And because of time, just one more person. The last one, actually. There is another person. Go ahead. Any other volunteer?
Yo, teacher.
All right, thank you, Dana. Go ahead.
A ver si está bien.
That's okay.
Albanian coffee. It is a tourist place where you can enjoy with your family and friends. In the department of Ahuachapán, in the municipality of Apaneca. The Albanian coffee is located almost at the exit of Apaneca in the direction of Ataco. In this place, you can go to the Albanian coffee to eat sometime. You can also do canopy, which is one of the attraction. You can also go to the la, laberinto. ¿Cómo se dice?
Oh, okay. I will give you that word. Okay. Labyrinth.
Where you can enjoy a world inside it. You can't miss that adventure. Solo
Oh,
eso.
all right, that's it. Okay. Okay, perfect. Great job. Okay, I'm gonna check here. Okay, I'm gonna send it to you over here. That's the word that you were asking me there. Okay. And okay. Just give me a minute. I will share my screen now. Okay, good. Now we're gonna have something that I like doing, guys, in my classes is that we have like presentations every day. I know that probably you will feel a little bit overwhelmed because it's something that I would do every day. But the purpose is that you like practice as much as you can, right? I personally believe that grading, it's a little bit easier. Sorry, it's a little bit easier because you have the chance to think once, twice, and as many times as you need. But when you speak, is different, right? Whatever you say, you cannot change it, right? For that purpose, I focus a lot on speaking, right? So that's why we're gonna try to have like mini presentations every day. All right, but thank you guys, great job. Now we're gonna continue with the next part. It says ways to contribute to my company. For this part, right? For the ones that didn't participate, don't worry, I will give you the chance to do it. And in this activity, you will have like a mini presentation, a 2 minutes presentation, describing the benefits that you will bring to a new company if you have the opportunity to work in that company, right? Imagine that we have here a very nice company like I don't know. Imagine that you would like to work at Amazon, for example, or um, or maybe at Google, right? But directly with Google, not like an outsourcing like the ones that we have here. So what benefits would you bring to that company? That's what we're going to discuss. I have some questions that we will discuss together, and then we will have some assignments, right? Some activities to work on. And then I will ask you to have that presentation, right? That's the purpose for today. All right, let's start. The first question that I have, is there any difference between mission and vision? If so, what is it? What do you think, guys? Is there any difference when we say vision and mission? Probably you studied this before. I believe so. But what do you think? Any volunteer?
I think the mission is way what the company need to transform to be a better place to work and attend the customers. And the
Mhm.
vision is the way to do. The mission is the objective and the vision is the way to do. I think
Okay. I like that. Okay, so I will put it here, mission. And here, vision. Okay, so Petronella said vision is the objective. And mission, it's like the way to, I will say, to achieve the goal. Is that what you meant? I think so. Okay, great. Okay, what about the rest, guys? Is there any difference? I mean, if you're not sure, don't worry, you can Google it, right? That's okay. Let's use all of the tools that we have. If we have Google right now, let's Google it. If you have a clear idea in Spanish, but you don't know how to say in English, let's use Google Translator and translate those ideas. That's not a problem. But here the idea is that you communicate your point of view, right? All right, I'm gonna pick somebody else then. Okay. Yeah, tell me.
Yeah. Talking about my company, I think the mission is to be better all days for clients.
Okay.
And the vision is be the company, the best company in the world, I think.
All right. Okay. In that case, I understand that you're talking about things you're doing in the present, in the vision, things you're um planning to Yeah. Okay. All right. I personally believe that you are like right on what you say. I will put it in simple words, right? The mission is what you're doing in the present to achieve a goal. That's why I was saying you were like having those clear ideas. On the other hand, if we talk about vision, it means something about the future, right? What you're doing in the mission, it will influence for you to achieve your vision, right? So they are connected. You cannot have a vision if you don't have a mission, right now. So that's important, right? And you might wonder, why are you asking those questions? What's the purpose of it? I will explain to you why. It's related to the next question. Can you name 3 ways you contribute to the company's mission? Remember, the mission is what you're doing now, the goal that you have at the company, to turn the vision into something real, right? So what are you doing, guys, right now to contribute to the company's mission, right? Like Raquel, she mentioned a good example. What about the rest?
In my case, teacher,
Mm-hmm.
the ways I contribute to the company mission is, in my case, my mission is sales, muy sales. Uh, um, I am a salesperson. Um, I feeling the way contribution or my company
Mm-hmm.
um, is visit more clients and it's elevator my sales um, um, day a day uh, sales much product or I don't know. This is one. Uh, Number 2 is my honestly in my company. Honestly, yes. Other other ways is um, um, always come in my place. Always temprano.
Early. Early. Okay.
Early, yeah. Early, early, always.
Okay. To always arrive early. Okay.
Yeah,
Yep. Good.
yes.
Good. I like those ideas that you mentioned, right? I rewrote what you said. It says in my case, my mission is to sell as much as I can, right? To
Yes,
sell as much as I can, right? Vender tanto como pueda, right?
yes, teacher. Yes.
Okay, that's
In my
good.
mission,
Okay.
my vision is in the future uh, wins no sé, wins more money.
Oh, okay. My
Ganar más dinero
vision is to make more
to
money.
make more money. Yes.
To make more money. Okay, that's a good vision, right? And of course, right,
Okay.
with your
Yes.
mission, you can achieve that. Okay, great job. Thank you, Julio. Okay. Yeah, and I know that for salespeople, it's very important that they have very clear what their mission and vision is, right? Okay, thank you. Okay. And the last question that I have is this one. What specific benefits do you provide to your company? Maybe tell me one, because we don't have much time right now. This is just like like the tip of the iceberg right now, what I'm doing, but we have lots of things to do. What do you do, guys? What is the specific benefit that you provide to your company? Any volunteer?
Me, teacher.
Go ahead, Petronilo.
In my case, I work in accountant department, and my contribution is process fast and efficiently all documents I receive from the store, and I had to help my coworkers.
All right. Okay. That's very clear on what you do and how you benefit your company. All right. Thank you, Petronilo. Great job. Now, something that we will use, guys, and I really like that you are describing what your mission, your vision is, what you do, etc., is because whenever we describe that type of information, we can use other expressions. Like in this case, we have this conversation over here. I will like zoom in a little bit here so it looks big enough. All right. So it says, listen to your teacher, read the conversation, and then practice with a partner, right? We have Andre and Kurt, right? It says, Kurt, how comfortable do you feel working in the sales area, right? This is like Julius, right? Pretty comfortable, sir. With my experience, I can say this would be a great opportunity. I'm sure about that. Look, can you bring to this company as an employee? I will be a great asset in the company because of my experience in the construction industry. It sounds great. Yes, and because of my experience as a manager, I could be of great help in large project, right? Now, these are some examples, like somebody saying like the benefits that this person can bring to the company, right? If you notice, we're using would, could, right? Do you have any idea about these words? Did you study this before, guys? Would and could. Do you study this topic before or not really?
Yes, I studied before.
All right, okay. Thank you for joining us. So in that case, this is gonna be a piece of cake for you guys. Believe me, it's gonna be very easy. Now, in this case, if you notice the first example says pretty comfortable, sir. With my experience, I can say this would be a great opportunity. The other one, the other example that we have here, I would be a great asset in the company, right? Because of my experience in the construction industry. And the last one, I could be of great help in large projects, right? So here, this person is describing the benefits that he can actually bring to the company. Okay, now the first question, what will be some benefits of having Kurt in the company? This is about this conversation. What is the first benefit of having Kurt in the company, guys? Any volunteer? What is one of the benefits? Imagine that we have Kurt. Kurt is this person over here. What is one of the benefits? Any volunteer? Benefit number one.
Great opportunity.
Okay, but why is that great opportunity? What is the benefit that he can bring to the company? The specific benefit.
He has a experience in a manager. He is a manager. and maybe he can talking with the employees,
Mhm.
um, uh, searching, I don't know, something good to the company, good skills. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. Right. So in this case, we will say,
I will be a great asset in the company.
okay, great asset to the company. Okay, great. Yep, that's right. So those are like the main benefits, right? Because of the experience that he has in the construction industry, and also the experience as a manager, right? So those are like the main assets that he has, right? Now, question number two, this is gonna be subjective, I will say, because it's gonna be your personal opinion. Do you consider that experience is important, and why? What do you think, guys? Is experience important or not really? Any volunteer?
Yes, I think the experience is important because we learn more things.
Mhm.
Do you have to apply a different job position in the company?
All right. Okay. Thank you, Petronil. Yeah, that's true. Okay, great point. Any other opinion, guys? Do you consider that experience is important? I think that I will pick somebody. Okay. Somebody who hasn't participated yet. All right, let's see. Eva, what do you think? Do you consider that experience is important or not really?
Mm, yes, it is important, but we live in a country where they don't give you many opportunities to learn. And so, how do we gain experience?
All right, good point. Good point. Yeah, that's true. And that is sad, but absolutely true.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
is very important for you can contribute with ideas, teacher.
Ideas.
Yes, yes. Your ideas help other employees in for me experience
Mm-hmm.
but it's very important.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Yep, that is true. I agree with you guys. Thank you, Julio. Yeah, that is correct, right? Julio mentioned something also important. Whenever we have experience, we can also help people, right? Especially those that are newbies, right? People that are new at a company and they don't know much, we can actually help them, right? Okay, thank you guys. Now we're gonna.
In my case, teacher, I love it. I love it. Help to people. I love it. Her my coworker. Yes, teacher, always.
Okay, that's wonderful. That's a great way of like interacting with others, right? Helping them. All right. Thank you, Julio. All right. Okay, now we're gonna practice on this part of how to use would be and could be, right? As you notice here, guys, when we use would be or could be, it's when you want to give the impression of possibility in the future, right? So this is what I mean in English, right? It's just a possibility. I would be a great asset, right? There is a possibility that this will happen, or I could be of great help, right? So maybe you might remember, guys, like whenever we have a job interview, right? the very first time that we have a job interview, we are selling ourselves, right? Okay, how can you help the company? What like qualifications or like abilities you have that can help the company, right? And then you start saying those ideas, and we can absolutely use would and could. Okay, now we have this activity to practice a little bit. It says on scramble. What is this, guys? When we say on scramble, any idea? What is on
Rompecabezas.
scramble? Yes, something like this. Yeah, that's correct. Thank you, Raquel. Yeah, that's correct. So whenever we have here, like in this case, I will put it here. We have scramble. Mix of something. And when we say unscramble,
Order the word or from sentences.
that is correct. Thank you,
Yes.
Julius. Order or organized, right? Something, right? That's what it means. So we have scramble, it means a mix, right? Maybe you remember the word scramble eggs is because everything is together, we mix it. But unscramble, it means that we organize, right? That we try to put everything in order. Like what we're gonna do in this case, right? We need to unscramble these words to form sentences, right? So right now, they don't make any sense. Great study would be a broad opportunity to a. It's like, I'm sorry, what do you say? This doesn't make any sense. So we need to work on this part, and I need you to help me to organize the first bunch of words that we have here. It's not a sentence yet. What do you think that it should be the correct order for number one? Maybe I'm gonna give you a close-up so it looks better. Just give me a minute. Okay. This should be enough. Yeah. Okay, what should be for number one, guys?
Will will be
Good.
will be
Uh-huh.
will be
Would be
um
a great opportunity.
Opportunity. Uh-huh.
Broad, broad study.
Broad study. Uh-huh.
No. Would be a great opportunity. It broad study.
In a broad study. Okay. Thank you. Any other idea, guys?
And
Maybe study abroad
abroad, yes.
would be a great opportunity.
Would be a great opportunity.
It will be a great opportunity.
It would be. All right. Okay. Thank you. Any other idea, guys? Nope. Okay. Okay, maybe I'm gonna ask you like this. Okay, I'm gonna leave these options here because we will compare it with what I'm about to teach you. Whenever we describe information in English, or even in Spanish, there are three important parts in a sentence. I'm gonna start with something easy. I love what? I love vegetables, let's say. We have three different parts. The first
Teacher,
one,
it will be a great opportunity to study abroad.
it will be
A great opportunity to study abroad.
to study abroad. That's right. Okay, thank you. And yeah, that is correct. And that's what I was about to teach you guys. We always need to have a noun at the beginning, right? Either if it is it, he, she, Carlos, Maria, Daniel, etc., El Salvador, whatever name that you can think of, but we always need at the beginning a noun, a subject. Then we need the action. And finally, we need the complement. That is a sentence, okay? If we are missing any of those parts, it's not a sentence, right? It's a piece of idea, but it's not a complete idea, okay? That's something that we need to keep in mind. All right, great job. Thank you. What about number two, guys?
Our employees could be a beneficial for a training.
Employees could be, I heard beneficial. Train. Okay. All right, thank you. Any other idea, guys, that you have about number two? No?
Training for our employees. Could be beneficial. Could be beneficial.
Beneficial. Training for our employees could be beneficial. Yep. We are only missing here a. Because for any reason we have a here, a training. But yeah, that's correct, right? So it should be like this: a training, right? A training for our employees could be beneficial. All right. And we have the same subject, action, or the verb, and then the complement. All right. What about number three, guys?
Working less hours will be another benefit.
Working another, I'm sorry, less hours, right?
Less hour
Mhm.
will be another benefit.
Another benefit. All right. All right. Thank you. Yeah, that's correct. What about the last one, guys? This one is a little bit more challenging.
I think we can, no, wait. We can solve will be will be no, it's how no, I haven't stayed my teacher. No, in the beginning, have we
Have a good staff.
no, I think have a weekends off will be a good option to no, it's a challenge, teacher. No,
I know.
no,
Good option.
weekends off. No, weekends off will be a good option. A good option to have staff happy. The option staff will be to but I forgot one letter A, but I don't know in what part. Maybe in the beginning, teacher? A
But
weekend of no, a weekend. No, but
yeah.
it's a two letter A, but I only use one.
Okay. Let's find out we can find like other itineraries, right? Probably.
I think my sentence is
Makes sense, right?
makes sense, but I don't know in what part we put another letter A.
All right. All right. I'm gonna help you because actually what you mentioned is true. It does make sense. There are like two corrections that we can make here. Probably your classmates can find like the specific place where we can use the letter A, right? Okay, what about the rest, guys? What do you think? Do you have another option or you have the same? We're missing one letter A. Where can we use it, guys?
Maybe staff have good a good a working a good staff. Not teacher. No, it's
I
difficult.
think it's the correct form.
Ernesto says that this is the correct form. Okay. There are like
I think
Have weekends. Have weekends. Have weekends off. Will be.
I think
Would
teacher
be-
weekends will be have a good option to have weekends will be have a good option to staff happy.
Okay. All right. It could be another alternative. Okay. Now, what I will say is the following, guys. In this case, it makes sense like this, right? We can sub would be a good option to have. Something that I want you to remember, guys, is that whenever we use an adjective, we
Happy
always use it
stuff.
at the beginning, right? To have a happy stuff, right?
Oh, it's true.
Mhm. Now, I know that staff, we can use it in singular and plural too, right? It might depend on the meaning that we want to provide at that moment, right? And I know that this was challenging. Don't worry, this is just to practice a little bit and play a little bit about the language. In real life, we don't really have like this scramble sentences, don't worry. But it's good to practice, to play a little bit with the language. Okay, now we go with the last one. This is less confusing, I believe.
Maria could be
Hmm?
Maria could be her. uh, Maria could be a great help in the department of inventory or the inventory department
And inventory department.
of
Okay.
the word before after before of the inventory.
Uh, before inventory, we should use of for this.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
More or less.
Yeah, I believe so. The only thing is that we added the letter A and we don't have an A. I think so. Yeah, grade of inventory. Yeah, we added this one. I'm sorry, we'll need to delete it. Maria could be great help in the inventory department. Okay.
Teacher,
Tell me, Ernesto.
Maria could be of great
Okay.
help in the inventory department.
Great help in the inventory department. All right, thank you, Ernesto. And ta-da-da-da. I will say that, yeah, like the second one, right? Like this one. Maria could be of great help in the inventory department. In the inventory department, okay? Again, this is like other ways that we use the language, right? And it's not that common, right? Like those are the examples that I'm bringing here. But that's the way we use the language, right? Sometimes, right? I know that the confusing a little bit here, this is something that I noticed. Like for example here, when we have like this kind of gerunds, we just like associate gerunds with I don't know, like the progressive form. And it's not the case. You will eventually study gerunds when we use it in other ways. Like in this case, they are nouns, right? A training, right? Working, going to Cancun, for example, right? That can be a noun too. All right, okay, but perfect. Thank you guys for those inserts, right? I know it was a little bit challenging, but you managed to Find the answer. And that was good. Okay, here we go. Now, we have this part that I want you to think about the benefits that you will bring to a new company if you have the opportunity to work in it, right? I want you to imagine, guys, right now, your dream job, okay? I want you to think about that. What is your dream job, right? Maybe you want to have your own business, but still it's gonna be a new company, right? Because you will be the one creating that company. Or maybe you will say something different, like, you know what, I would like to work for, and you name it, right? Whatever company that you can think of, right? And the purpose here is that you explain the benefits that you will bring, right? Just to give you an example, right? Imagine that you say, my dream job is working at, let's say, I want to put it here, as a pilot, let's say, for, okay, tell me a fancy airline, guys.
A fancy what?
A fancy airline.
Qatar Airlines.
Qatar Airlines, okay. All right, so imagine that you say something like this, right? My dream job is working as a pilot for Qatar Airlines, right? If I am part of this company, I would be, then you say the rest. Also, I could be, right? And you can include some other examples. Actually, here it should be different. It should be if I were, because this is just an imaginary situation. But we're gonna put it like this. If I were. We use like this, guys. You will study probably this in the future. If I were, it means si yo fuera, right? It's an imaginary situation. Right now, I'm not part of Qatar Airlines, but if I were, right? Pero si fuera, right? Because I'm not, I would, right? For example, imagine if I say, if I were part of this company, Qatar Airlines, I will be a very a well-known pilot, right, in other countries. I will make more money compared to some pilots in El Salvador. Also, I could be very helpful for the company, traveling from to different countries, working several hours, etc., 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 right? So I want you to think about your dream job and the benefits that you could bring to that particular company, right? If you want to like describe the company that you would like to have, that's awesome. But what benefits would you bring? Or if you want to work for a specific company, you say, what company is that one? And the benefits that you would bring to that company. So I'm gonna give you like what, like 2 minutes, maybe 2 minutes presentation. It's too much right now. You need more time to prepare your ideas and get ready for it. But just for you to speak 1 minute should be enough, right? I prefer quality than quantity, right? So I will give you like 2 minutes, 3 maximum, for you to organize those ideas and then describe what your dream job is and the benefits that you could bring to that dream, specific dream job. And remember, if you have a question, please let me know. I will help you with any question that you have. All right, guys, so we have 1 more minute, and then we will check those examples. All right, guys, so it's time to start. All right, and this time I will do it differently. I will pick somebody, but I will do it using the wheel of names. And that's better. I don't get into troubles because the wheel is going to choose a person for me. Hold on, I think it's sharing it. Okay, there you go. Sorry for any reason it's opening other screens. Okay, here we go. So this is what I use, guys. I call it the wheel of names. It's better because again, I don't get into troubles like teacher, you hate me, right? Or teacher, there is something personal here, right? You always say my name. Come on. By doing this, I don't have that situation. The system automatically chooses somebody for me. Okay. So very simple. I spin the wheel, and if you are the chosen one, you will start, right? Whatever you have, guys. If you speak for 1 minute or more than a minute, that's awesome, right? Remember that I prefer quality than quantity, right? So that's better. So here we go. Okay, it's gonna be the first one. All right, Hazel. Okay. Very good. Congratulations, Hazel. I'm gonna start with you. You ready?
Yes.
All right, wonderful, Hazel. Whenever you're ready, you can start.
Okay. Hmm, okay. My, I think my dream job is worker, a beer trainer. And I, if I were part of the company, I would be compromised. And that's all. I think that's all.
All right, you will be committed. Okay. All right. Okay, that's a good example. I'm gonna my screen over here. I think that's what I heard, right? Working as a trainer. I think that's what I heard. And when we say like compromise, we can also say committed, right? Like for example, I'm committed to, right? Committed to be the best, I don't know, like the best employee, right? Or the best, uh, or the best seller, right? For this month, etc. Right? That's when we say committed, right? I'm gonna do whatever is necessary to achieve this goal. But thank you, Hazel. Okay.
I think. Thanks.
All right, here we go with the next person. Just give me a minute. Okay. All right. Now let's choose the next person. Just give me a minute. Here we go. Hopefully it's not Hazel again. All right. Okay, Hector, you're very lucky. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So whenever you're ready, Hector.
Okay. My dream job is working as community manager in Google. If I were part of this company, I will be a great help to make the social media products attractive to the public. Finally, I could be the first Salvadorian to be a brand representative from in all the world.
Okay, great job. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Yeah, now with that information that we have that Google is coming to El Salvador, so sooner or later that's gonna happen, Hector. Okay, great. Okay, thank you guys for those examples. Because of time, I need to continue. The other activity that I have here, it says describing hometowns. For this activity, I'm going to ask you to describe your experience about a tourist place that you went to and why people should go there, right? So you're going to tell us your experience and why you consider this is a good destination for tourists, right? Not necessarily people from other countries. Sometimes here in El Salvador, right, as Salvadorans, we don't know many places from our country, right? But if we listen to a good review, we can consider visiting those places. So we're gonna work as a class together. We're gonna work on each of the tasks provided. In this part, I'm gonna focus a little bit more on some expressions that we can use to describe places and also a listening activity. And then you will describe that tourist place. I'm gonna start with this part, right? You might remember that yesterday, right, we studied this topic, right? When we said really, fairly, very, too, extremely, etc. The first activity that we have is this one. What I need you to do is that I need you to match the questions with, in this case, the answers. So if you notice here, we have some questions on the left and we have the answers on the right. So what I need you to do is actually match the questions that we have here, right? These questions with the answers that we have on the right, right? I'm just pointing out here, but I'm not saying these are the answers. But I need you to do that, right? Read carefully the question, and then you tell me what the answer for each of these questions is. And then we're gonna compare that together. Like for instance, let's do this together. For number one, what's Seoul like? Is it an interesting place? What is the answer for this one, guys? Any idea? Or you know what? Let's do the following. I will take a screenshot of this part.
Letter C.
Okay, we have letter C for that one. Okay. Letter C for number one. Okay. And for number two, all right, you know what? I will do the following. I will take a screenshot of this activity. I will
Yes,
share it.
teacher.
I will share it here in the chat, and then I will open the breakout rooms for you to work together. You will have exactly 2 minutes to discuss what are the right answers for these questions. Probably, maybe 2, it's not enough. I will give you 3 minutes for you to work on this in groups. And then we will compare the answers that you have together, right, as a class. Just give me a minute, I'm sending it here. And I'm opening the breakout rooms too. Okay, I just sent the screenshot in the chat. And now I'm opening the breakout rooms. You will have 3 minutes, remember, 3 minutes only. Here we go, okay? 3 minutes for you to discuss what are the answers for these questions, right? Okay, make sure that you join the breakout room so you can work with your classmates. Okay, I see that some people are joining. I'm missing just a few. Okay, let me know if you have received the invitation, guys, to join the breakout room. I'm just missing 2 people to join the breakout room. Maybe I will make a change. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now we'll join the breakout room to find out if they have a question. Yeah, I will join this breakout room. Here we go. All right. Okay. I was just checking the breakout rooms. Some of them they are still working on this activity. Okay. But it's time already, so I think that I will close the breakout rooms and then we will discuss what their answers are. Okay. Yeah, let's close the breakout rooms. They actually have like a minute to finish up and join back to this session. Okay. They should be back by now. All right, I think that almost everyone is back. All right. So, are you ready, guys? Or you didn't finish? Be honest.
Yes, I think it's ready.
You're ready. Okay, awesome. Okay, great. So let's check what the answers are. What about for number one? Any volunteer for number one? What's Seoul like? Is it an interesting place?
Well, the answer maybe is letter E. Yes, it has amazing shopping and the people are pretty friendly.
All right, letter E. Okay, thank you for turning up. Any other option for a different group?
We chose letter C.
All right, you chose letter C. Okay. All right, thank you. I think that I will break.
My group choose the letter B.
Okay. So I have E, C, and B. Okay. What about number two, guys?
Letter D.
The letter D.
Letter.
Yes,
Oh,
letter D.
We chose letter D too.
letter D. All right. Thank you. And for number three?
Letter A.
Letter
Letter A. Okay. Any other option that you chose as a group, guys? No?
letter E.
Letter E. Okay. So we have letter A and letter E. All right. Thank you. And for number four, guys?
Letter E.
All right. Letter E.
Letter
B.
in my group,
Letter
letter B. Letter B.
B. Yes, letter B.
Letter B.
All right. Letter B. Okay. And the last one.
Letter C.
Letter C.
C.
Letter C. Okay. All right. I see that everyone agreed about this one. So I will do the following. For letter D, everybody agreed that this is this one. Do you like your hometown? Why or why not? Not really. It's too small. And it's really boring. That's why I moved away. Okay. And for number five, we said letter C here. What's the weather like in Chicago? It's really nice in the summer, but it's too cold for me in the winter. Okay, the only disagreement that we had in general, it was just for 1, 3, and 4. Okay, let's start with number 4. It says, have you ever been to Sao Paulo? And we have letter E. It says yes, it has amazing shopping and the people are pretty friendly. Okay, and letter B, it says yes, I have. It's an extremely large and crowded place, but I love it. It has excellent restaurants. All right. For this one, because of the question that we have here, guys, if you notice, oops, sorry. If you notice here, we are using have you, and the one that is answering that question, it's letter B. Have you ever been to? The first answer is yes, I have, right? That is like the connection that we have here. So in this case, I will say that it's letter B. So we're done with that one. And that is something that we need to keep in mind, guys. Whenever somebody's asking you a question, depending on the scenario, we are required to answer in a formal way, like yes, I have, no, I haven't, yes, I do, no, I don't, etc. And then the rest of the information. Now for number 3, it says, what's Sydney like? I've never been there. For this one, we have letter E and letter A. Okay, letter E, it says yes. It has amazing shopping and the people are pretty friendly. Okay. Now, I want you to pay attention here, guys, that the question is, what's Sydney like, right? So it's an open question. It's not asking you for a yes or no answer, right? So for that reason, we cannot say that letter E is one of the options. Actually, it should be letter A in that case. So really, it's beautiful, very clean. It has a great harbor and beautiful beaches, right? When we say I've never been there, that's why it's using, oh, really? Right? It's like, I'm sorry for you, right? It's a shame. And the last one, sorry. For the last one, it should be in that case, letter E, right? What's Seoul like? Is it an interesting place? I want you to pay attention here that you have 2 questions. What's Seoul like? Is it an interesting place? And for letter E, it's answering one of the questions. Is it interesting? Yes, right? And then you describe the rest, right? What's Seoul like in general, the whole place? And the person is talking about the amazing shopping and the people too. All right, any question, guys, at this point? Any doubt? No questions? No, okay, good. Yeah, I know that this could be a little bit tricky and confusing, right? But in real scenarios, it's gonna be a piece of cake for you guys, believe me. Okay, I just have just for curiosity, guys. Is everyone from San Salvador here? Or are you from a different place? Or where are you from, more specifically?
En my case, Casaltepeque, La Libertad.
Is that the Peque? Okay, all right, thank you. And what about Rez? Where are you from, guys? Where do you live?
I live in Mexicanos.
In Mexicanos, okay, that's part of San Salvador. Okay, thank you.
I live in La Libertad, San Jose Villanova.
Okay, thank you. All right. Now you might wonder, why is the teacher asking this information? I mean, no worries. The thing is that for this activity, or sorry, for this specific activity, I will be asking you to describe like an iconic place from where you live. Okay, can you see my screen, guys? Yeah, you see my screen? Yeah, all right.
Yes.
All right, perfect, thank you. I have some questions for you. The first one is, where is this neighborhood located? Do you think that this is located in Santa Tecla, maybe? This neighborhood? Or where do you think this is located?
In San Salvador.
It's in Salvador? Look at the picture. Where do you think this is located?
Maybe Japan or Korea.
All right, Japan or Korea? Okay, thank you, Petronila.
No, I think it's Japan.
All right, you think it's Japan? Okay. All right. All right, so we have different opinions, right? Like Korea, Japan, maybe. I think that everybody agrees that it's Asia, right? Now, Would you like to live here in this neighborhood, guys? And why? Would you like to live here? And why?
I like live here because it's a how to say silent place.
Oh,
It's not car, it's not bus, it's not a lot of people.
it's a quiet place. All right, okay, yeah, that's what it looks like, right? That it's very quiet, it's not crowded. Okay. Those are valid reasons. All right, let's pick
Look,
some.
yes,
Mhm.
teacher, it look relaxing.
Mhm. Yeah, that is true, right? It looks like very calm, like with no stress.
Relaxing, relaxing, teacher,
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, I agree with that, right? It looks, I really like that it looks very clean, right? It looks clean.
very clean, yeah.
All right, okay, thank you. Any other opinion, guys? Would you like to live here in this neighborhood? Or maybe it's too quiet for you.
Yes, no, it's really nice.
Okay. But what would you like to live here? Any specific reason that you see in the picture?
In my case, because I love the Japanese culture and it's a really nice and have a good sushi.
Okay. All right. Now it makes sense. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, good. Yeah, we have different opinions, right, guys? Like the places that we feel comfortable, and maybe this is one of them for you. Something that I noticed, guys, is that you were actually using, oh, by the way, this is in Japan, right? That's the picture. It's in Japan. Now, we will study what we call in English conjunctions. I will grade that word for you. Conjunctions, it's what we call in English connectors. So, these words connect ideas. That's the main reason we use them for, right? Like what you were saying previously, like that description. Oh, I would like to live in that place because it's relaxing, it's quiet, and right. In that case, you're connected, right? Ideas or additional information. Some of the most common connectors are and but another one that it's also very common, it's when we use though and however. But I need you to pay attention here. Maybe I will give a close up over here. That when we use though and however, we can use it at the end of the sentence. The one that it's more common to use it at the end is this one, though. And when we say though, it means like this, but it's the same idea. The only difference is that when we use though at the end, it sounds a little bit more formal and more sophisticated. Like that example that we had there, right? It's a big city. It's not too big though, right? It the same, it would say it's a big city, but it's not too big. It the same idea, the same idea. The only difference is the position where we use it. We can also use, however, in other positions. but we're gonna study today to use it at the end. Do you have a question at this point, guys? Something that is not clear?
The connector so
Mm-hmm.
always is at the end of the sentence.
It is, actually, it is. It goes always at the end. For that one, it does. Good question. You might notice that sometimes people, they use even though at the beginning of some ideas. But at least for though, they use it mostly at the end. All right. Good question. Now, we're gonna work on these sentences, but now I would choose somebody to help me out. We will connect the first sentence. Can you help me with the first one? Let's see. Ola, can you help me with the first one, with number one? What should be the correct form to connect this two ideas?
Maybe Kyoto is a very nice and everyone is extremely friendly.
It's extremely friendly. Okay. All right, thank you. What about the rest, guys? Do you agree that here it should be end? Or you have a different option?
No, I think the sentence makes sense.
Mhm. It does, right? It does, exactly, right? It's for addition, right? Kyoto is very nice and everyone is extremely friendly, right? So it's another positive comment, right? About Kyoto. All right, perfect, great job, thank you. What about number two? Okay, can you help me with number two? Let's see. Can you help me with number two? Raquel Mejia. What it should be for number two?
And
And okay. And they're very quiet. Sorry, at night. All right, perfect. Thank you. What about the rest, guys? Do you agree? Or you have a different opinion?
Maybe can use so at the end of the sentence.
At the end of the sentence, okay. They're very quiet at night, though. Okay. And yes, I think that that is correct, right? Why? Because it says here the streets are crowded. What is crowded, guys? Do you remember? What is this? Crowded.
A lot of people.
A place with a lot of people, with a lot of people.
Exactly, that's correct, right? So imagine during the day it's crowded, so it's a place with a lot of people, right? But at night, right, it's quiet, right? Remember, quiet, it means like there is no noise, right? Like the picture, right? This is a quiet place. You see that it's very like relaxing, calm, if you want to call it like that. So that's why we say in that case it's though. We can say though over here, or in the middle, we can use but. The streets are crowded during the day, but they're very quiet at night. That's one of the options, or the second option. They're very quiet at night though. Okay, perfect. Thank you guys. Good job. What about number 2? I will delete this part over here. Okay. It says the weather is nice. Summer gets pretty hot. What it should be the answer in this case? Persianami. Good evening. All right, maybe she's not there. Let's pick someone else. What about Ernesto? Can you help me with the last with number 3? Sorry.
And teacher.
No, however. However.
However.
However.
However, okay. So the weather is nice. Summers get pretty hot. However. In this case, yes, it should be however. Why? Because these are two different opinions, right? They are not the same. The weather is nice, right? Summer gets pretty hot, however, right? Or summer gets pretty hot though, right? We can say
Teacher, I
though.
have a question.
Sure.
What the word however however it's in the end of the sentence.
It's like another way to use this word in a sentence because we can use it like in this case at the end, or we can use it even here. So we can play with this word in different positions, right? But this is another way that what I'm showing you here to use however, but at the end of a sentence. It's similar for you to use though, right? And you will notice that this is kind of common whenever we listen to people speaking in English, especially for speaking. They use it a lot for speaking.
Okay. Thank you, teacher.
Sure. You're welcome. Good question. All right. Now for number 4. Can you help me with this one?
But you can rent a bicycle, but it's expensive.
Oh, okay. Rent a bicycle, but it's expensive. All right, perfect. Thank you. Julio, do you agree, guys, or you have a different opinion for number 4?
I think is correct.
It is. Yes, that's correct. Thank you. Yeah, it is correct. Actually, it is, right? It's like, in this case, again, 2 different situations. It is possible for you to rent a bike, but it's expensive. So it's up to you. It's your decision. If you have enough money, rent a bike. No worries. And the last one, it's an amazing city. I love to go there.
M.
Like this?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is correct. Thank you. Exactly. Right? It's an amazing city, and
And I
love together. All right. Do you have a question at this point, guys? Any doubt? Something that is not clear? Nope. Okay. Yeah. If you notice, it's quite easy, guys. It's quite easy. Now we will practice this topic, but in another way. We have the last a couple of minutes, but we're gonna do it in a listening activity. So in this part, it says, listen to Abby and Christopher talk about their hometowns. And then it says, what do they say about them? Choose the correct words. So we have here the words that they might use, right? A fairly, not very large town, somewhat or extremely beautiful, pretty or very cheap, etc. I need you to pay attention to this word. These two people will describe their hometowns, and I need you to pay attention to the specific word that they say during the conversation. So just give me a minute. I will play this audios for you. Here we go.
Is 4. Listening. Page 74. Exercise.
All right, can you hear the audio, guys?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, okay, great. So in that case, let me continue playing the audio for you. Here we go. Just remember, guys, to mute yourself to avoid any distraction. Here we go.
Is 4. Listening. Describing hometowns. Part A. Listen to Abby and Christopher talk about their hometowns. What do they say about them? Choose the correct words. 1.
So tell me about your hometown, Abby.
Well, not many people live there, but it's actually a fairly large town. It has some large farms, a river, 2 lakes, and even a mountain.
Do you like those kinds of things?
Oh, yes. I love nature. I think it's extremely beautiful. And the fresh food from the farms is delicious.
Is it an expensive town?
No, it's very cheap.
It sounds like a great place.
It was okay growing up, but I couldn't live there now.
Really? Why?
It's too quiet for me. I've lived in the city for a long time now. I like to hear the sounds of cars and people and things around me.
2.
Where did you grow up, Christopher?
I grew up in a city, so I guess you could say my hometown isn't really a town, it's a city. For me, it's a really stressful place, though.
Why do you say that?
Well, for one thing, it's too crowded. The streets and the subways are full of people day and night.
Really? Is it a polluted place?
I wouldn't say that, but it's not very clean.
Like many cities, I guess.
Right. And like many cities, it's somewhat expensive. My parents still live there, and they always talk about the high prices.
All right, guys. Okay. Are we ready? Or you need to listen again?
Ready, teacher.
You're ready. Okay, awesome. All right. So let's start then. What is for number one for Abby's hometown?
Not very large town.
All right, not very large town. Okay, and number two?
Extremely beautiful.
All right, extremely beautiful. And number three?
Very cheap.
Very cheap.
Very cheap.
All right, very cheap. And?
So quiet.
Quiet.
All right, but for the last one, what do you hear? Do you hear just quiet, or do you hear another word?
She says so quiet. I don't know.
So, all right, so quiet. All right. Any other word that you heard, guys, for this one?
Apparently,
I'm sorry, you said?
apparently.
Apparently
A
quiet.
straight food place. Oh, perdón.
That,
No,
yeah, that's
isn't
okay. I will leave this one pending because for quiet, I think that we missed that one. Okay, here we go with the one for Christopher. What about for Christopher? Really or fairly?
Fairly stressful place.
Okay, fairly stressful. Okay. And number two?
Too crowded.
Too crowded.
All right, too crowded. And number three?
Not very clean.
Not very clean.
And the last one?
Too much expensive.
All right. Too much. Okay. Do you hear anything else? Or you heard the same, guys?
Big prices.
Yes, prices.
Big prices. Okay. Okay. I think that we are like not very sure about the last two. The one that we had to fill out. So I'll do the following. I will play just the last part of each description, and we will identify that part. Even for Christopher, for the first one, I'm afraid that for that one, we're not quite sure either. But let's play just the last part of Abby's description.
It has some large farms, a river, 2 lakes, and even a mountain.
Do you like those kinds of things?
Oh, yes. I love nature. I think it's extremely beautiful. And the fresh food from the farms is delicious.
Is it an expensive town?
No, it's very cheap.
It sounds like a great place.
It was okay growing up, but I couldn't live there now.
Really? Why?
It's too quiet for me.
Okay, so what did she say, guys?
Too quiet.
Too quiet. No, so. I'm sorry. It's too quiet.
That's okay. All right. All right. No worries. That's okay. In that case, it was too quiet. Okay. Now we're done with Abby's hometown. Let's continue listening to the second part and let's identify what Christopher said. I want you to pay attention to number one and the last one too. That's what I'm gonna play.
I've lived in the city for a long time now. I like to hear this.
2.
Where did you grow up, Christopher?
I grew up in a city, so I guess you could say my hometown isn't really a town, it's a city. For me, it's a really stressful place, though.
Okay, what did he say?
Really stressful place.
Really
Good place.
There you go. Exactly. You got it. A really Stressful place.
Stressful place.
Yeah, that's right. Now we're gonna focus just on the last part because we don't have more time.
Like many cities, I guess.
Right. And like many cities, it's somewhat expensive. My parents still live there, and they always talk about the high prices.
All right, what did he say?
High prices.
So many expensive.
Okay, let's
High
play
prices.
this.
High prices.
High prices, but he said another word. I will play that part only.
I guess.
Right. And like many cities, it's somewhat expensive.
Many city.
More.
City is more high.
No, in this case, he
Prices.
said somewhat.
Someone expensive.
Somewhat expensive.
Someone. Okay.
Somewhat expensive. Okay. All right, that's okay, guys. Remember, practice, right? But so far, you're doing great, guys. We're gonna focus a little bit more on, listening and then on speaking. But that's pretty much it. I just noticed that it's time already. I'm sorry that I took some extra minutes, guys, but I appreciate your effort for being here. So thank you, guys. See you tomorrow. Have a wonderful rest of your night.
See you tomorrow, teacher.
See you
Then-
tomorrow, teacher.
Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.
Bye. Good night.
Good night.